Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jennifer, and for those of you that are new, I am Jennifer, aka Jen's Creations, and we're going to do a drill with me. And I am working on the diamond painting Who You Say I Am from Diamond Art Club, and I will link that down in the description box. Or actually, it will be linked in the description box. So we're going to just sit, chat, craft, whatever. And talk about what's been going on this past week and go from there. So, this week has been kind of okay, I guess. It's not been a bad week, let's put it that way. It's been pretty, one of those, laid back weeks, kind of. Not really anything major, exciting happened except for, well, Monday. Not Monday. Was it Monday? Monday? No, it was Monday. Yeah. No, it's Tuesday. Was it? Okay. I usually write this stuff down. So, yeah, don't mind me. Yeah. Monday, Sky went to school. And, uh, didn't really, he had a good day. And usual Monday morning, kids don't want to go to school. And, so, he came home, did his normal, homework, blah, 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 but did all that. And then, played, we had dinner and we eat dinner early. We eat like 4 or 5 o'clock. I know we're very abnormal people. I don't know why. I think because when I worked for the Board of Ed, I would get out of work around the same time that the kids did. So, we come home and, they would usually be hungry and we would, I would just go ahead and make dinner because by the time I got home, it's like, 4:30. So, I'll go ahead and make dinner. And, it's kind of just carried over from that, even though, it's been almost 11 years. And, so, made dinner and normal, school night. And, one thing that I need to, kind of put out there right now is, yes, Skylar has his own room. He shares a room with his brother. And, because we live in a 3-bedroom and, I have my own room. Miranda has her own room and the boys share a room. And so, I had put them to bed like normal. And mind you, Skylar never said anything had happened at school. He never, said, okay, Mom, I got hurt, blah, blah, blah. He just, he went on about his normal thing. So, but at night, he sometimes wakes up, has bad dreams, and, I put him back in his bed, get him back in bed, and so forth. Well, Monday night, I didn't hear him when he came in here. So, I guess because he knew I didn't hear him, he just laid down on the bed with me. And, so I got up, got, Justin ready for school and come 7 o'clock, I usually get Sky up. So, I got his clothes out and everything, told him, get your stuff ready, get up, get yourself moving. And get ready for school. So he comes out still in his pajamas. And I started asking what was wrong. Well, about that time, I happened to look up, and his poor left eye, this eye, was swollen shut. Now, my first thought, pink eye. I was like, really, I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. I'm going to have to take you to the hospital or the nurse or to the doctor, or something. Well, I took him into the bathroom and looked at his eye. He, you know how in the eye, when you get pink eye, it itches, so forth. And I asked him, I said, does it itch? No. Okay. Does it hurt? Yeah. Okay. So I took his temperature thinking, okay, he's sick. He's got some kind of, cold, congestion, something. Well, because he kept telling me that he didn't feel good in the process. And I thought, all right, I'll check your temperature. He didn't have a fever. But mind you, his poor eye, it looked like he'd been punched in the face. So I said, you know what? I said, you just go lay down. So he was going to go. I told him to go lay on his bed. So he turns around and looks at me and says, well, can I lay on yours? I want to watch cartoons or whatever. And I'll lay on your bed. I was like, that's fine. So that's what he did. And got him an ice pack. So I asked him, I said, did you get punched in the middle of the night? Did mommy hit you in the eye, when you had come in my room, something? I was trying to think of any kind of reason that his eye would have, been swollen like that. And he says, no. And I said, are you sure? He says, yeah. Okay. So, I, excuse me. Whoo. Goodness. I had a sneeze. And of course, I got 2 different colors in this drill tray. That's lovely. So, goodness. I think I'm catching a cold. Um, so, I kept checking him every now and then. And, then, Tuesday morning it was still kind of swollen. So I just, left it alone, let him, relax or whatever. And I asked him again. I said, are you sure nothing happened to you in the middle of the night? No, Mom. Okay. So I didn't push the issue anymore. And so later on in the afternoon, he came out and I looked at his eye and you could tell the swelling was down, but it wasn't as down as um it wasn't as swollen. The swelling was going down. And I said, where's the ice pack? And he said, it's in the freezer. And I said, well, get it and, go put it back on your eye. And then, in 10 minutes, put it back in the fridge or freezer. And he's like, okay. So, he did that off and on all day. And finally the swelling came down and I said, I asked him again, I said, do you know what happened to your eye? And he says, no. And now I forgot what color this was. And I said, it's not that one. Oh. And I said, okay. And yeah, and I'm sorry. It's my Monday. Yeah, I know it's Monday for everybody, but I have that Monday where I don't remember everything I'm going to say. So, I left it alone. So, he when Justin got home, he he looked at Skylar and he says, "Why are you home?" And, Skylar told him that he had a swollen eye. And he says, "Well, what happened?" Well, I kind of think Skylar didn't want to tell me, because he eventually did tell me. And I think that, and he only did that when Justin came home from school. And Justin and him get home about the same time on any other day. So he told us that they were having gym outside. Now, try to picture it in your brain. Okay, here is our apartment complex. There is a fence. Then you have the school. Okay. Well, there's a part over next to the school where they're able to go and have gym outside. So, long story short, he tripped and hurt himself in the eye. Hit the metal piece of the fence. Didn't hit it hard, just enough that, to cause his eye to swell up. And I told him, I said, and I asked him, I said, well, I said, why didn't you tell mommy? I don't know. I guess I forgot. And I knew, he wasn't telling me the truth. So I just, I told him, I said, well, I'm not mad that you didn't tell me. I said, but, here I am feeling guilty because, I thought I punched you when you came in my room. And, so he was fine. And I told him, I said, well, you're okay to go to school tomorrow or on Wednesday. He just kind of looked at me with this look like, really? Do I have to? So he tried really hard all night long Tuesday night to get out of it. He did. He tried. Believe me, he tried. And of course, I didn't give in. And I kind of felt bad about it because I know what it's like when, you've been out, or, you've been sick and you're better, and then, oh yeah, now you got to go back to school. And you don't want to. I know. I've been there, done that. And, and I told him that. I said, mommy's done that. Mommy's played so many tricks on your grandparents when she was, things like this happened. I didn't want to go to school. I faked it. And, so, he knew he was going to have to go. And, granted, no, he didn't want to go, but, there wasn't anything he could do about it. And, so the next morning, I get him up, get him ready, and you could tell he just didn't want to go. Now, I don't know if he did this intentionally. I'm not 100%. I don't think he did. But, no, it happens. So I got him, got his stuff out, got his clothes out, and he wears a uniform. And, his khakis, a color shirt, so forth. They're, polos, whatever. And so I gone and, got ready, did my thing to get myself ready, dressed and whatever. And I turned around to come out of the bathroom, And I happened to look at him and I said, dude, I said, your uniform shirt is on inside out. No, it's not. And he just, and I said, Sky, it's on inside out. No, it's not, Mom. And I said, look at your shirt. And he just, attitude. But he looked at his shirt. And I said, you see the tag on the side of your shirt? It's inside out. Well, he got huffy. And, but he changed it. So then to make matters worse, I knew he didn't want to go again. I mean, he starts crying when it's time to leave. And I said, what's wrong? I asked him, I said, why are you crying? I don't want to go. Now, mind you, he had me in tears on Wednesday. And I'm like, really? I felt like the worst parent in the whole entire world. Because he didn't want to go to school. He, but he knew he had to go. And I told him, I said, son, I said, I know you don't want to go, but I need you to go. I said, you can't miss all these days. You've been doing really, really good, and just go. I said, if you don't feel good, because he kept telling me he didn't feel good. I said, if you still don't feel good, later, just tell your teacher and have her send you to the nurse. And if you really, truly don't feel good and you have a fever or whatever, the nurse can call me. So, he went. You could just tell by the way he walked. He's, going around like this, carrying himself like this, walking back and forth. Didn't want to go. And he's crying. I'm crying because I feel like the worst mom making him go when I know he didn't want to go. So obviously he had a good day, and he came home and I said, did you have a better day? He says, yeah. Okay. He says, but I'm still kind of upset at you. I said, why are you upset at me? He said, because you made me go to school. Son, I'm sorry. Now, mind you, he's getting ready to turn 10. Yeah. I, I don't know if it has to do with him being nervous, because he's made this statement to me more than one time that he's nervous about going into the 5th grade. And every time he says something, I said, look, don't rush it. Mommy's not ready for you to be in 5th grade yet either. So I don't know if he's nervous about that. I think, and I asked him, why he was nervous. And I think because they change classes every class to get them prepared for middle school, which again, I'm not ready for that either. I'm my baby will be in middle school in 2 years, and I'm not ready. I'm still not ready. Granted, I wasn't ready with my other children, but yeah, I'm not ready for this. So, I told him, I said, well, it's all, about growing up. Well, he's like, I'm just nervous. He says, I'm not saying I don't want to go to 5th grade or to middle school. I'm just really nervous. Okay. So, yeah, he's kind of, I think that's part of it. And which I can't say I blame him, because I totally understand that, because I didn't want to go to middle school when I was, his age. And Miranda and Ariel were nervous as all get go when They went to middle school. Justin wasn't so bad, but Miranda and um, they were just nervous as all get go because it's a different school. They're, they're almost teenagers, and so that was, his. I get where they're coming from on that one. I totally, you know, get that. So, and that, and I think that's, but I mean, even when he goes to school and after he's been there all day, you can't tell that he's, bothered or anything like that. He doesn't show it. So, I don't know. We'll see. So, and the rest of the week, went fine. And, um, just, hung out. I don't go anywhere anyway. I'm a homebody, and no, it's not just because I don't have a car, but I don't go very many places. So, it was kind of, I just don't go anywhere. And so we just all kind of hung out around here, and Miranda and her boyfriend hung out around here. And, that's basically what we did the rest of the week. And, he comes over every night after work because he works out here doing the maintenance for our complex. And so he comes after work and stays here for, a couple hours or so. And he then he goes home. But on the weekend he's here. So it was, that's basically what we did all weekend. And except for Saturday, we had a small issue with one of Justin's friends. He got he went to go help his best friend, and she's pregnant. She's 6 months pregnant, and they were he was helping her and her boyfriend, I guess, move things around so that they could have room for the crib and whatever else they need for the baby. So he was getting ready to come home. He texted me and he's like, I'm on my way. I'll be on my way home here shortly. Okay. So, about, I guess, in half an hour to an hour later, I was getting kind of, trying to figure out what was going on. Mind you, he's 18. Yes, he's still in high school. I don't, you know, I've gotten to the point, and I did this with my oldest daughter. I don't, because, he's technically an adult. I don't like, give him a kind of curfew. As long as he tells me when he's coming home and where he's at and so forth and how long he's going to be, I don't have an issue. So when I hadn't heard from him, I was kind of getting kind of concerned because I thought, he said he was on his way home. I hope nothing has happened. So I pick up my phone to get ready to text him, and my phone rings, and it's him. Talk about ESP, right? And he says, I can't talk on my phone long. Okay. I'm literally at 1%. Okay. What's wrong? I'm at the hospital. Okay. Now, the first thing, that's what does a mom think? My son's at the hospital. I need to get there. And I said, what happened? And he says, Lizzie was taken to the hospital. And I said, okay. Of course, you know, he didn't really tell me why and what had happened or anything like that. And he said, she's going to be here for a while. Can somebody come and pick me up? Okay. So I said, all right. I said, well, where are you? And he told me. And I said, okay. So I went out to the living room and I looked at Miranda's boyfriend and I said, John, can you go pick up uh, um, crap. Can you go pick up Justin? And he's like, sure. Where is he? And I told him. So even then he couldn't find him. So I told Justin, I said, well, you know, John's looking for you. He can't find you, you know, blah, blah, blah. So finally he came home. He came home. And I looked at him and I said, what happened? And he says, she started having pains like she was going into labor. And I said, that's Braxton Hicks. Because I had the same thing when I was pregnant. And he says, well, I don't know, but she's going to find out. Okay. So, he hasn't heard anything. And if he has, he hadn't said anything to me. So I'll ask him later, when he gets home, what happened. Because I'm thinking that's what it was. And, you know, granted, you know, she's 6 months, but it's her first baby. So she probably didn't know what it was. And I, you know, not say that I can't blame her because I would have been the same way. So that, you know, that was the big major, you know, one of the big major things that happened this week. The other wasn't really too bad because, you know, Skylar wasn't like bleeding to death or whatever. So, and that was our big, huge, you know, excitement for the week. And of course, you know, then Saturday, Justin told me that my mom was picking him up on Sunday. And I said, for what? She's taking me to the movies. Okay. Now, mind you, my mom does this every now and then, takes him to the movies. And um, they go and watch a movie and she brings him home. So he'd been gone for a while. And he came home and I was, you know, we were sitting there and he was telling me about the movie. I forget what it's called. Something. The Rise of Skywalker. It's a Star Wars movie. And he was telling me about the movie and he goes into his pocket and he digs out this, what I thought was a credit card. And he hands it to me. And then I said, what is it? What is it for? It's a gift card. Okay. Where did it come from? Well, he didn't answer me. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this gift card and I'm like, okay. So I said, he, you know, went to his room, shut the door, and I knocked on his door and I said, dude, what? Why are you giving me this gift card? It's mine. Okay, but why are you giving it to me? It's yours. I know. Okay. You can use it to go get you cigarettes, whatever. Okay. And mind you, yes, he's done that for me before, plenty of times. But, you know, I was just kind of trying to figure out where the card was coming from. And he's like, what? You don't want the card? And I said, no, that's not it. I'm just trying to figure out Who gave it to you? Well, technically, Grandma gave it to me, but it came from somebody else. Okay, well, who did it come from? I don't know. Grandma just told me that somebody gave it to her to give to me. And I'm like, okay. So, I didn't say anything. I didn't push the issue. So, Miranda's boyfriend had to go to the store anyway. So, he went, did that, came back, and actually, him and Justin walked to the store because the convenience store is like right around the corner. And it's not that far away. You can walk there. And all of a sudden, apparently they were on their way home. Well, we knew that a fire truck came through here early, like two, we heard the fire truck pass through. Well, Miranda gets a text message and she says, you know the fire truck that came through? And I was like, yeah. Well, they got stopped. Who got stopped? John and Justin. Okay. Why? And she said, I don't know, but John said that the police might come to our door. And I'm like, huh? Okay. So I wanted more information before so I knew kind of what the deal was and what was going on. And Justin answers the phone. Now, mind you, Justin is dying. He's laughing his butt off. So I said, what's going on? Well, he couldn't answer me because he was laughing so hard. And I said, is this a freaking joke? And he says, yeah. I said, dude, your sister is going to be so mad. And I said, you need to tell John and give him a heads up. I will. Well, here we were. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, unbelievable. So she, when they got home, she looked at, her boyfriend. She's like, what are you going to do if something really happened? And I didn't believe you. And he just looks at her like, I said, she's got a point. And he says, well, it was supposed to be funny. And I said, well, she kind of, didn't take it that way. And he's like, I'm sorry. And, he had to kiss her butt all night long. But it was kind of funny. You had to be there. It was funny. It was really, really hilarious because that's all I could do was laugh. And I just sat here and shook my head like, really, y'all are just a mess. So it was hilarious. And this morning was, and then of course, we all ended up sitting down and relaxing and watching movies for the rest of the night. And this morning, just kind of, it was Monday, normal Monday morning, and nobody wanted to get up. I didn't want to get up. Skylar didn't want to get up. Justin, he got up and left and didn't even say hi, bye, see ya, love ya, nothing. He just walked out the door. Because I could tell on Mondays he's just not one of these ones that just, yeah, he's just not. So he went to school, and that was the end of that. So what else has been going on? Let's see. Oh, I'm going to be setting up I don't know if you guys have heard of the, it's an app also. You can get it on your phone. I have it on my iPad. But there is a uh, website. It's an app. Also, it's called Zoom. You can have virtual rooms where you can sit and chat. And um, I haven't been in it. I have it for my cross stitch, friends and so forth. And there's a group that I'm in that, they do this. They sit and, talk and chat and, whatever, stitch and whatever. And I haven't been in there lately. I tried, but for some reason, I never went back in there. So I'm thinking of setting it up, a virtual room where diamond painters or whatever, like a craft room where we can all come in whenever we feel like it, sit, chat. It doesn't have to be like, my live on every Sunday. You can come in there whenever you feel like it and, run your mouth, talk to people. If you all are interested, please, comment below. I'm going to set it up. And once I figure out how to make a room on there, I will give everybody the code and you guys can, you know, go in there. I just thought it was a good idea. I mean, not everybody may be, want to do that. That's fine. I'm not, my feelings won't get hurt. But I just thought it would be kind of, fun to do and have, all of us come and chat when we're not, recording videos or watching videos or what have you. And, just whatever. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I do need to make a clarification. I had in my Friday whip and chat video, I was talking about the about my starting book talk back up, and after thinking, well, no, not really, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I know I said this in the video, but I guess there have been a couple of you that either didn't hear that in the video or hear what I said in the video. I will not be talking about books every single week. I mean, it's going to be a book talk. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So I don't think that I'm going to call it book talk, but then again, it's, I want it to be book talk, but I've had a couple of you kind of ask me if it's going to be that way. And, I get, books, listening to people talk about books and the books they read and all that is not for everybody. I get that. Okay. Believe me, there's a couple of things that that I know people, do on their channel, and it's just not for me. But, I don't make a big deal about it. So, just understand that no, I'm not going to talk about books every week because, I'm not a very, granted, I don't read very fast. So, I don't think I'm going to have a book to talk about every single week. There's just no way because I don't read. I'm not a speed reader. But I mean, there'll be other things that I talk about, like, my podcasts I listen to, stuff like that. And I just wanted you guys to know that because there was a couple, or to verify that, because there was a couple of you that did ask, that commented on that video. And I just want to clarify that that's what, that's for. Because I didn't want y'all to think that, I'm this speed reader and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to, no, I'm not. So, with that being said, that's what that's for. I'm really, really coming along on this. I mean, you guys can see I'm on the second row. I'm on the last section of the second row already. And I started this last Monday. So I'm really, this is really, it's come, it's working up faster than I thought. And of course, I've been, sitting here every single day. Saturday, I sat here until I started at 2 o'clock and I sat here until 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I did 2 sections. So, which I think was kind of cool, which I was shocked that I did that much. I didn't realize it, but yeah, it's really coming. It's coming really. It's coming along. I have to, and the colors are very pretty in this, so I really like this. And as I said, I those of you that didn't get to watch the video when I started last Monday, this is technically for my son Justin. He when I was looking on Diamond Art Club site to try to find something that I thought kind of, I don't even know how to put it, kind of remind symbolized how Justin came to be born, because you guys have heard me tell the story, especially in the Drill With Me video when he was for his birthday. He was born 6 weeks early, and also there's a flap in your heart, I guess. I don't know if it's in everybody. I think it's in everybody's heart, but there's a flap that um, gets automatically closes this certain place in your heart that has, it's basically a hole. And his did not do what it was supposed to. And, again, I was kind of scared, when you're, mom, you get like that. So, and not only that, he was born, and when he was born, I had gone, my water had broke 4 days before. So he lived inside of my uterus with no amniotic fluid for 4 days. So, was trying to find something that was kind of like a guardian angel with, a baby, blah, blah, blah. And I was just looking on Diamond Art Club, looking at their um, clearance section, and this one popped up. And Justin happened to be walking by, and he saw it, and he's like, "Oh, I like that. That, kind of, symbolizes, you know, the beginning of my life." I was like, "Okay, well, do you want me to get it?" He was like, "Yes." And I said, "Well, if I do it, will you put it in your room?" "No." He says, "You can put it in a living room." So I thought, okay, that works. So, he's all for it. It's going to be his. I'm going to eventually put, something, probably put something in the frame that says, has his name on it somewhere. I don't know yet. So, but yeah, he had no problem with me doing it. He just didn't want it in his room. He didn't like anything girly. Okay. I mean, I don't see how this is girly, but then again, I get it. So I didn't, I didn't push the issue because, I'm just, actually surprised that, he picked it, which, any other time he has no interest whatsoever in my hobbies. He doesn't, if it doesn't have anything to do with Xbox or, YouTube, which, even though he does know I have a channel, and he doesn't like, the fact that I have a channel, and his exact words were, "Mom, it's awkward." Okay, it's awkward. I get it. So, yeah. But now Miranda's the only one that's that's really interested in diamond painting. She took the Disney princesses, and she's gonna finish it. So maybe I can get her to, you know, do one, do another one. She's got the tabletop easel now that I gave her for Christmas. So she's, she's all set. But maybe I can get her as addicted as I am. We never know. Okay, but let's see what else. Oh, where'd it go? Just wanted you guys to see this. I got patty wax. See. It's cinnamon bun, and it smells so pretty. It smells like cinnamon buns. I haven't started using it yet. I'm still using my Mermaid Lagoon. You guys can see how bad it looks. But I'm still using that. I haven't uh I want to finish that one first before I start before I use the other one. I'm going to use the other one when I start my next one. I just got to figure out which one I'm going to do. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I've got like 3 I want to pick from. Yes, I have 3 diamond painted. 4 diamond. No. Nefertiti. The 2 Egyptian princesses. And yeah, 4. I have 4 I need to choose from. I have 2 that I unboxed this week. One was a custom that Kaya sent me, Kaya Rose, and I was shocked when she got it. And you guys could tell by my reaction. Let me tell you, that thing was hella big. So I have that one to choose from. Then the one that I unboxed on Wednesday from Diamond Art Club. And then another Diamond Art Club that I bought. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember when I bought that. I can't remember when I bought it, but it's Nefertiti. And then the diamond painting I just bought from Home Fun a couple months ago, the Egyptian woman with the black background. I'm kind of dreading doing that one because, yeah, that's going to be a lot of 310. I'm kind of like, so that's going to be interesting. So I've got those 3 to choose from, and I've got like 4 others back in my closet, over there, and I just I might let her pick one, let her decide which one she wants to do. That be my luck. She might want to do the Negan one, because yeah, I do. I have a Negan one. I don't even know why I bought it. I think I bought it because at the time I didn't have the supernatural one of that Kaya sent me with the whole family from Supernatural. So I'm steadily trying to decide which one I want to do. It's a toss-up. There's 2 that it's a big major toss-up with. The Egyptian Queen of the Leopards, and then that one. So I'm trying to decide. I'm probably going to end up closing my eyes and going, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm not really stressing right now. I'm going to finish this one, and then I got to finish my Cat on a Bookshelf that I stopped doing on my channel. So got to finish that one, and then I can decide which one I'm going to do, because I don't have very many more sections to do. So I've got to really sit down and bust my butt. I'll probably do that tonight. Work on it during Laura Law's live. Yeah, I know I got to start going back into lives. It's like as soon as I got sick and when it was going in lives, and then it was like, I got sick, and then Christmas, and I just haven't been into very many people's lives. So I'll get back in there eventually. But that's, that's my big thing this week. And I still have the other one I got to do, which is a Saturday project, but I'm kind of, the Christmas one I put on hold because I'm going to wait until, the end of October or the end of September. And then I'll pick that one back up and do that for Christmas. And that's my Paint with Diamonds one. So, yeah. Also, before I forget, I know I haven't been promoting this enough, and, it's going to drive me crazy, but I became a color street stylist a couple months ago. And no, I haven't been doing a very good job of promoting it, but I have a link in the description, and if it doesn't work, please let me know, to an open party. You guys can order any, nail strips. These are my new ones that I just put on a couple days ago. It's called Pacific Waters. I really like this. I didn't think I was going to like these too much, but they're really pretty. So they're there. There is always, I think there's always a promotion. I think it's buy 3 and get 1 free. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But yeah, there's a party, and I will be starting a group for all my customers that you can come and catch all the, new news and of the new nails and so forth. And also I have my affiliate link and my PayPal account down there. That the PayPal account you guys can make donations to, that I can put, um, you know, use towards the channel. You guys know all this. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just going over and over in my head with y'all. Y'all probably thinking, really? You that dense? I am. Trust me. I'm dense. Sometimes I don't remember things I say. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to stop, and because I got things to do. I've got editing, and I got all this other good junk. So until next time, I hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you all next time.